Thursday night, the best night of the week for NBA basketball. Hi there, everybody, and thanks for being with us on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Boston Celtics going up against the Golden State Warriors here in Chase Center. Joined by Coach Stan Van Gundy and Grant Hill. This is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. Taking a look at some numbers here for Jason Tatum.
Effective field goal percentage is a great way to measure his performance over the previous 10 games. It's been much improved, a sign that his game has been evolving.
Looking at the starting five for Boston. At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. Collier is out there with Derek White. And it's Williams in at the center position. And for the Warriors, sharpshooters Curry and Hield pair as the backcourt. Down low, it'll be the tenacious pair of Butler and Draymond. And it's Moody in at the three. Stan, we're in the thick of the season. How hard is it to keep your guys engaged right now?
Well, it's the biggest challenge for a coach, to get your players to continue to listen and to continue to try to improve. You have to figure out the best way to communicate, and that's different on a player-by-player basis.
Hield for three. Hits a three-pointer.
Yet no hesitation from the veteran Hield. A dangerous scorer in these catch-and-shoot situations.
Here's Tatum. Count that bucket.
Yeah, attack mode from the start. Exactly what you want coming into this game.
Well, getting a good offensive player a high-percentage look, there's nothing better than that.
Now here's Butler. Back to Curry. Lets it go from deep. Williams grabs the board. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Steve Kerr. I asked about an approach to Jason Tatum. Coach told me that Tatum is just about as good as anyone at countering plans. So he just asked his players to play to their strengths, saying if they need to make switches, that's almost a better option because the more looks we throw him, the less he can consistently play the same way. Brian?
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Pass to White. Back to Tatum. It's Brown on the wing. Now here's White. Nice ball movement by Boston. There's Tatum with the three. Knocks it down from distance. Tatum's got 7.
Well, Tatum is rightfully as confident as they come from deep. He saw that look and didn't waste it.
Butler finds Green. Outside Curry. To end the run. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Zero fear from Curry inside. 2 more points in his Hall of Fame career.
For Boston, they've gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. No doubt, Stephen Curry is the best shooter of all time. Talk about what makes him special, right?
Well, B.A., he can hit shots under the most difficult circumstances, off balance, with only a sliver of daylight. And this is why teams often choose to double him the moment he crosses half court.
The shots are certainly falling for him here in the early stages.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Here's Collier, and he dunks it down.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
And here's Butler outside. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry.
Yeah, this is a great play for Butler. He gets all set up and then just calls for the ball.
The kick to Tatum. This one for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. 10 points for him.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Now here's Curry. Takes the 3, connects again from distance.
And night in and night out, you can count on him to really stretch the defense.
Would you believe he's now tied for 5th most triples in a single season? Williams with the screen, and here's Brown for 3, and the Celtics another 3.
I love that mentality from Brown. Comes right back down the floor to answer the 3 with one of his own.
Curry's shot is off. Boston has gone 3 of 3 from outside and looking sharp here in the first.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Now here's Moody. No made baskets yet. Hield passes to Curry. White with a steal. And Boston pushing it up now. Yep, that one goes.
And great awareness and defensive pressure from White to force that turnover and get them that fast break chance.
Warriors trail by 3. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Well, that's the job, right? Your duty as a coach is to finesse your lineups so your guys get the best chance to succeed.
Anthony Simons, he's checked in for Boston. And at the midpoint of the season, a great time to check out the power rankings. Gives you a good idea of how teams stack up. You take a look at the Warriors. They've still got a solid hold on that 3rd spot.
Seeing where Boston is, they're in the #1 slot right now. Still half the season left, but there's nowhere else they'd rather be.
Tipped away. Simons with a steal. Pass to Tatum. Back to Simons. Here's Collier. The 3 is up. Knocks down the triple. Collier's got 5.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
Curry passes to Moody. Outside Butler. And he drops it in from the low post. 5 points in the game.
Well, I think the kids would say Jimmy was in his bag, right?
Down low. Deflects the pass. Now here's Curry. 5 points in the game. Good! Another from 3.
And now claiming the mark for hitting the 5th most threes in the season. Wow.
A tremendous feat. It's incredible how he can control the game from the perimeter.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Outside, Green. Pass to Butler. Outside Curry. Unloads. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
And again for 3.
And with every triple, he comes closer to the single-season crown.
And you know he wants it. He's been drilling 3s all season and is well within striking distance.
But Curry's high mark of 402 is so far ahead of the rest of the field. But he's got a good chance to come close to it the way he's been shooting.
Yep, that one's good.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Minute 32 left in the opening quarter. Now here's Curry. The D's right on him. High post Green. And he can't get that one. Some solid defense from Williams. Fires from deep. That's good from Collier on the assist from Williams. And now it's a 6-point Boston lead. Hield finds Green. Back to Hield. Wide open. And there's another one for the Warriors. 58 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Outside, Brown. There's Tatum with the 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Here's Curry. He's got 10. From downtown. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
Williams in the post. Working on Green. Boston shooting their first free throws of the game.
At the line for 2.
Off on the first. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Good on the second one. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Horford. Butler taking his time here. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
It is great to have a player like Butler who forces defenders into such tough positions.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shooting 2.
And he drops the first.
Well, when you talk about Butler, his toughness is what comes to mind first. This guy plays hard every second he's out there. A throwback type of player.
So he gets them both.
Well, you see why teams try to avoid fouling him. You're basically giving away points.
On the wing, Simons. The 3. The Warriors pull it in. A tough loss coming against San Antonio in their last game.
I'll tell you what, once things started to go downhill, their performance plummeted. It wound up getting pretty ugly.
Yeah, they just committed too many mistakes at both ends. But credit their opponent for being disruptive.
And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Celtics out in front. They're up by 3. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
Butler out there with Kuminga. Then there's Brandon Pajemski. Then there's Al Horford. That's the group for Golden State as we kick off the second quarter.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Right side, Butler. Misses from short range.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
And he was dominant in their last outing, and the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look for him.
The 3, Collier. And again, Boston with the triple.
He's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
Outside Pajemski. Pass to Kuminga. Boston making a switch here. White's checked in.
First team foul. Substitution for the Celtics. Number 9, Derek White.
A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. The 3 is up. Another 3 for Golden State.
Well, there's Butler making the right play, as he so often does.
Outside White. Pass to Collier. 3-pointer. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there.
And now he's dropped 2 3-pointers in each quarter.
Butler passes to Kuminga. Oh, Kuminga, strong like bull.
Well, you see the strength right there. Kuminga is skilled at fending off the defense.
Celtics lead by 6. Well, when you think about all the miles Jimmy Butler has on his legs now, how many more does he have left, Grant?
Well, he's been shouldering the load for a long time. But what separates him from the pack is his sheer will and his IQ. So he might just surprise us a little.
That's a terrific kick-out pass. When the defense collapses like that on the inside, you've got open people outside.
Pass to Boucher. And finished off by Boucher.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Stephen Curry, he's checked in for the Warriors. And And the Celtics also making a change. Brown, he's checked in for Hauser. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. The Warriors are trying to maximize what Steph Curry has left. Coach Kerr said, quote, "We're watching Steph as one of the greatest artists of all time in his twilight. What can we do to give him the best chance to perform, to make the game easier for him?" That's where we are. Back to you, Brian.
Looking to stay in the mix. Allie, thank you. And finished off by Boucher.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Warriors trail by 6. Here's Curry. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown. Boston has got it going from deep. 3 for 3 so far in the quarter. And Boucher, the bucket on the assist from White. Boucher's got 6 in the quarter.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Outside Butler. Now here's Curry. Defense is right there. And the basket is good. Curry's got 15 points.
Well, guys, I'm happy I'm not guarding Steph right now. On nights like tonight, Curry can do no wrong.
Pass to Minot. Grant, you played in a more physical era of the NBA. Now it seems like the league is trying to strike a balance there.
I think you're spot on, B.A. There's been some back and forth, trying to keep the game free-flowing and physical. The league's trying for the best of both worlds.
First free throw is good. And some changes here for the Warriors. Green's checked in for Horford. Moody comes in for Kuminga. And Hield is subbed in for Podziemski. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Warriors trail by 8. Butler on the wing. Outside Curry. From deep. Good! Another from 3.
Yeah, he's been hitting threes at a very high level. We haven't seen many better from deep.
That last triple ties him for 4th most made in the season. To the paint. It's stolen by Green. Curry finds Butler. Back to Curry. For 3. Connects again from distance.
And this is amazing. I mean, that moves them into 4th place alone on the list of most three-pointers in a season.
It's been fantastic to witness. A year like this does not happen very often. And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And Boston with some changes. Jada's checked in for Boucher. Tatum comes in for Minot. And Anthony Simons subbed in for Collier. And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, BA. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
So it's Boston now. 3-point lead. Well, they put up a nice win against Chicago last time out.
And I think they were prepared to face pressure D. But that never materialized, so they took advantage.
And you could sense the difference in energy. They were keyed up, jumping on mistakes. They just outworked them.
And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. And they've been quite the story in the NBA this season. Stringing together 22 wins in a row and looking for more.
Well, of all the ways to establish yourself as a powerhouse, this may be the best way to do it. By going on a phenomenal streak and looking practically unbeatable. One thing you can tell right now, they are playing with swagger, a sort of poise that they're backing up with execution. Not easy to do.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. All right, let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams are getting it done in their transition offense. Boston in second,
They've been playing at a fast pace, which plays to their strengths.
Back to Curry. There's the triple. Boston pulls it in, and they've been winning at a high level this season. Most games not even close. Their point differential is sky high.
Yeah, a lot of their games have been essentially over by the third quarter. Blowouts, big margins, really astonishing the dominance they displayed over the course of the season. I'm not sure we've ever seen a team so consistently dominant.
And there's the foul. It's on Anthony Simons. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
.141 left to play in the first half of basketball. Here's Curry. That one is off. Great D that time from Simons. White, the pass to Simons. Now Tatum. Butler covering. Tatum drops the hammer.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Butler on the wing. Green, a screen. Back to Curry. Fires the three. Curry with another miss. The Celtics on offense. They're on a 12-4 run. White, the pass to Queta. And here's Brown for three. Oh, Jaylen Brown from extended range.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Outside heel. There's 31 seconds left in the first half. Tatum with a steal. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. Up again. Kick out to Brown. From outside the arc. And again, Boston with the triple.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
The three from Curry. Curry splashing one down from three.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop perfect.
And so it's the Boston Celtics in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. They just can't miss right now. Every shot they're taking, you assume, is going in. And Allie LaForce has something for us on the sidelines. Hey, Allie.
Here with Coach Steve Kerr, your defense struggling to contain them in the first half. How do you remedy it?
We got to get back in transition. We got to make them feel us. You know, they're just running anything they want. We've got to at least disrupt the stuff they're trying to do.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
Hey there, everybody. Jason Tatum has put his stamp on this game, looking so dominant so far.
You see the maturity in Tatum? Yeah, he's developed a skill, but it's also his mindset. He knows he has to be a great leader if this team is going to do great things.
Sage words from the four-time NBA champion.
Should have been 5.
And guys, let's turn our attention to the future, shall we? Here's the upcoming schedule.
And that game against the Nuggets, coin toss. In fact, I'm going to make a prediction. This game goes to the last shot.
Jetstradamus. We're going to have to keep a tally of the predictions by you two. Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
He's been dominating down low. Gotta assume they'll keep feeding him the rock.
Well, that's certainly what I'd do. Until the defense shows they can stop him, ride the hot hand.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. So the Celtics 5 right now. White and Brown are the wingmen. Williams is out there with Jason Tatum, and it's Collier in at the 1. Buries it from 3.
We've seen an uptick in volume from White at the arc. He's more confident than ever from that range.
Back to Curry. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Curry's got 26 points.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Tatum, soft touch off the glass. 31 points for Jason Tatum.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Warriors trail by 19. Outside Hield. Outside Butler. Outside Hield. 5 on the clock. From behind the arc. And Curry is good for 3. That's 29 for him.
He's done everything he can tonight, trying to keep this team competitive.
Pass to Brown. And here's Tatum. Nice ball movement by Boston for 3. Collier. And again, Boston with the triple.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Now here's Curry. Shoots over Collier. Curry's shot is off.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough working the mid-range area.
Shot's good by Collier.
Well, they came out of the locker room with a purpose. 4 for 4 already in the half.
Two minutes into the second half of play now. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
And we got a quick moment to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Draymond Green.
Seeing his rebounding numbers go down doesn't come as a surprise. When you're in the league as long as he's been, you start to think about taking care of your body, the longevity part. And that might mean being slightly less aggressive around those young bucks near the hoop. But he's still a valuable piece to have on this roster.
Clock at 6. Hield for 3. Nails it from 3. Hield's got 11 points.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
Outside, Brown. Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Pass to Green. Butler against Tatum. Now Butler. 14 points for him. 4 on the clock. Williams grabs the board. Boston leading by 20. Here's White. Can't cash it in from close range. Butler finds Curry. Outside Moody. Tatum against Butler. Into the lane. And stolen by Williams. Now the Celtics on the move. And stolen by Green. Moody on the wing. He's guarded by White. Outside Curry. Stacks up a 3. Counted from distance. Curry's got 32 points.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Boston's gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Here's White. Uses the glass on the layup. And the Celtics lead by 19.
I like that from White. Attacking the heart of that defense.
Pass to Green. Outside Moody. Now here's Butler. Hounded by Tatum. Butler against Tatum. Butler with the bucket. Butler's got 16 points.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Well, Draymond Green is getting serious in the weight room. He said one thing I learned is you have to lift weights. I was always naturally strong, so I was like, what do I need to lift for? These guys can't move me right now. But your body needs to be able to withstand the pounding of a long season. Back to you guys.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Here's Tatum, and he battles for the ball, gets his second chance bucket. Tatum's got 4 points this quarter.
He's lighting them up. Tough to strategize a comeback when you're being run over.
Outside Butler. Moody from outside. And the three-pointer goes. Give him 8 points now.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Here's White. Give him 8 points now. Pass to Williams. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Celtics.
Well, you've got to like that they're not settling. They're attacking the defense on the drive and creating great looks.
They're also doing a good job working the ball inside tonight. The defense has been struggling to slow them down there in the paint.
Both teams will make substitutions. And the free throw, no good. And you look around the league, 30 different organizations, each with their own culture. What did you look for as a player, Greg?
So, you know, BA, winning always comes first. But after that, you're looking at resources and how they care for their players. That's where teams are trying to separate themselves these days. He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Here's Curry, lays it up and banks it in. Curry's got 10 points in just the second half.
Well, sometimes you tell players you can have a good game in a loss. You've just got to keep doing what you're doing, and the rest of us have to figure it out.
On target from range.
Well, you see that quick release, and Simon's right on the money.
1:44 left in the third quarter of the game. Left side, Pajemski. The three ball. Sinks it from distance. 6 points for him.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a stick.
And again for three.
Well, that did it. He's now even for the record.
And his next triple will earn him the top spot all time for threes in a season.
Yet he didn't come all this way just to tie the record. I can promise you that. 403 is the goal.
1:03 left to play in the third. To the inside. The kick to Tatum. Puts up a three. Good! Another from three.
And that shot moving him into history. The most triples ever in a single season.
You could feel it as soon as it left his hand. He is the king of the three and now stands alone at the top of the list.
I mean, can you believe it? Overtaking Steph Curry's top season. And now maybe some debate when we talk about the greatest shooter in league history. They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Stephen Curry. Boston also changing it up. Boucher's checked in for Williams. Hauser comes in for Jaylen Brown. And it's White in for Simons. .30 seconds left in the third quarter. Tipped. Tatum finds White. Nice ball movement by Boston. Bowser can't get it to go. This Warrior squad is struggling. To the left side wing. Back to Podziemski. And rejected. They retain possession. And 3/4 of play in the books. This one's all but over already. Boston out in front, opening up a huge gap. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. Welcome back, everyone. Last quarter, we crowned a new single-season three-point king.
What a moment that was. He's drained a whole lot of three-pointers this season, but that's the one he'll never forget. And we're all lucky to have been here to see it.
Butler out there with Al Horford. Then it's Kuminga. Then there's Brandon Podziemski. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
Yeah, the moment Horford has the rock down low, good night. I mean, just too many moves from the vet.
Simon's shot is good.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Now the Warriors with it. Horford outside. Outside Butler. And they say that leadership starts at the top, Stan. How does great ownership and the front office permeate an organization?
Well, you're absolutely right, EA. Leadership starts at the top. And the best owners in this league go out and get great people, and then they empower them. They don't micromanage. They get people to work and use their expertise to build the organization.
Horford passes to Butler. 6 to shoot. Minot pulls it in. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Warriors. And the Warriors making a change here. Curry's checked in. Cadis checked in for Boston. We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Nice shot by Kuminga.
Yeah, they thought they had Kuminga figured out there, but he fought and got it to go.
And so Simons will bring it up for the Celtics. And he drives in, and that one is stuffed right through.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Curry, that's good.
Bombs away in the first half. He's followed up the effort with 3 more triples since.
Curry against Simons. It's rebounded by Golden State. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul.
At the line, your Warriors, Stephen Curry. 1 shot.
Stan, I have to ask, how important is it to have a big man in today's NBA?
That is a great question, BA. And look, things have really changed. We went from big, strong guys in the league and centered our game around those guys to then people wanted to play small ball and be more skilled. But now what everybody's figured out is we can get that same skill from bigger guys, and bigger and better is better than smaller and better.
Knocks down the long J.
Simons is a sharpshooter. He wanted those 3 points back and went out and took them.
The shot by Podziemski, no good.
I like where he took that shot. The D was just too strong.
Warriors trail by 20. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. And he gets the bucket. The Celtics have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Brown passes to Williams, and Williams punches it home.
He's really become a better all-around player. Brown's passing continues to evolve. Nice find.
What a sensational move captured from the connected cam, sponsored by AT&T. The Warriors have gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the fourth. Shot's blocked, and the blocked shot turns into a shooting foul. So the defensive effort there a bit too much, as the officials will send him to the line to shoot free throws.
Taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Heald's checked in for the Warriors. Boston also changing it up. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Minot. Hauser comes in for Jaylen Brown. And it's Collier in for Derek White. Celtics lead by 18. On the wing, Simons. No good on the triple. Golden State has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Simons with a steal. And here comes the break. Here's Tatum. And that one good. Tatum's got 41.
Great toughness. Tatum felt the contact, but still completed the play.
And the Warriors shooting very well. 66% for the game and looking really strong. And here's Curry for 3. Sinks the tray.
But we've been watching him hold court out of the arc. Just an unforgettable performance tonight.
Boston has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Williams a screen on Butler. Pass to Williams. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Williams has got 4 points in the quarter.
And I respect the strategy. Despite the sizable lead, you got to stay in attack mode.
Yeah, you got to keep going at him. You don't want to leave any hope for a comeback.
And here's Butler, hounded by Tatum. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Personal foul.
Well, Butler is good at creating contact because he is so assertive offensively.
Butler taking 2 shots.
And he makes a first.
Well, Butler embodies toughness. He plays hard every single minute that he's on the court.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Green's checked in for Horford, and Moody is subbed in for Podziemski. Boston also changing it up. Brown, he's checked in for Hauser, and Derek White subbed in for Simons.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
And over time, we've seen Brown ease into accepting more responsibility on offense. He's now a dangerous scorer.
Moody passes to Butler. Left side Curry. And no one in the vicinity.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying him. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
Boston leading by 18. Now pass to Williams. It's stolen by Green.
Boston foul call. Second personal foul. 4th team foul.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan.
Let's keep it going for your Warriors dancers.
Time now to present our player of the game, Jason Tatum.
Think about this. He has owned this game from start to finish. Wow, so impressive. The defense literally looked helpless trying to stop him out there. He has been far and away the best player on the court, and it's not close.
Boy, it's not hard to be blown away by his level of play. It's never easy winning on the road, but to do it in this fashion, That's a special performance right there. Healed against White. Butler. Now Curry puts up the tray. Another bucket. Wow.
Once again, he cannot be stopped.
It's incredible. He's nearing second overall in career 50-point games and still going strong.
And chasing the incomparable Michael Jordan. I mean, that comparison alone gives you chills.
Butler against Williams. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
Well, at least the D was going for it, but he got to the ball just a moment late.
Well, it's always nice to head up to the connected cam to get another angle of these big plays, courtesy of AT&T. Celtics lead by 13. Drives to the... Oh, hammer it home!
Woo! Nice. Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. Now Butler. Outside Curry. Let's loose for three. And yes, another basket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. Now White, outside Brown, launches it from deep. Hield there for the rebound. Moody with it. Brown's there.
A find from Buddy Hield. I'd like to see him do that more. Spread the ball around.
Boston's gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Brown, he's off from three.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother.
Butler with emphasis.
Well, that's a great pass. He has the timing and rhythm of a metronome.
Driving in. Now pass to Williams. Tatum fires. And another dime for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. And he's headed to the line for two. He gets the whistle there.
Well, Butler might be the toughest guy in this league.
At the line for two.
Fighting down low.
First free throw is good. And that brings him within 10. We've got a line change here for Boston. Butler hits them both. Boston on offense. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. And he racks up two.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Butler. The shot is money. And here's Simons. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's the pick. Oh, he can't get the layup. From deep three-point range. For three. And so it's Boston with the W. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Jason Tatum.